Chapter number 3, Acid, Bases and Salt. In class 7th, you learned about the acid, bases and salt. You know that acid are sour in taste and turns blue litmus to red. Bases are soapy to touch and turn red litmus paper to blue. You notice that a person suffering from the problem acidity takes antacid tonic or chewing tablets. What chemical reaction takes place? There are many natural materials like a litmus, extract of red cabbage turmeric solution, and extract of colored petals of some flowers contain dye molecules which are weak acid or bases. These can be used to acid or base indicator to detect the nature of the solution for acidity or basicity. In addition to the above natural acid or basis indicator, there are some synthetic indicators such as a methyl orange and phenolphthalein that can be used to test for acid and base. In this chapter, you study the reaction of acid and bases. How do acid neutralize bases? Many more interesting activities that we use and see in our day-to-day life activity are also studied. Take a 4 watch glasses, pour hydrochloric acid in all watch glasses and observe the red litmus paper is no change the color. Blue litmus paper turns to red and phenolphthalein solution is not change the color and methyl orange is turns to red color. Similarly, remaining all sulfuric acid, nitric acid and acetic acid behave in similar. So it is a acidic nature. And similarly, take a 4 watch glasses, pour in sodium hydroxide solution in all watch glasses and dip it red litmus paper, no change, and it's a blue litmus paper. Red litmus paper turns to blue and blue litmus paper no change, and phenolphthalein solution is a pink color is appear and methyl orange is color will be appear yellow color. So it is a basic nature. Take a chopped onions and a clean cloth kept in a plastic cover bag and keep it 1 day overnight and ready to make the olfactory indicator. Lab activity. Arrange and all apparatus as shown in the figure. Zinc react with hydrochloric acid is formed in a delivery tube. It is formed the hydrogen gas evolving. It's a test is burning matchstick kept near the delivery tube. It is a pop sound is formed. So it is a hydrogen gas. Zinc react with sodium hydroxide is formation. It is also hydrogen gas evolving. Sodium zincate is formed. As shown in the figure, metal bicarbonate react with acid is formed in salt, water and carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is evolving. How we can decide means by using the lime water, it is turns to, whenever react with carbon dioxide, it turns to milky white. So it is a decided, it is a carbon dioxide is evolving. Arrange all apparatus as shown in the diagram. And it is formed in metal or metal bicarbonate is react with acid is formed salt, water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide with react with the calcium hydroxide its formation calcium carbonate plus water. So carbon dioxide with react with lime water it forms metal carbonate plus water. So we can decide is a lime water milky white turn, then we'll decide it is a carbon dioxide evolving. Acid react with metal oxide, its formation salt and water. Example, hydrochloric acid react with copper oxide, its formation copper chloride and water H2O. Take a test tube, pour some amount of sodium hydroxide, add 2-3 drops of hydrochloric acid, its formation salt and water form. So you can say it is a neutralization. It is a turns to Take a test tube, pour some amount of sodium hydroxide and 2-3 drops of phenolphthalein solution add. It's a turns to pink color, and as well as drop by drop add the hydrochloric acid. It will be change the color. So it is a, whenever it is a change the color, it is neutralization reaction. Metal oxide react with the acid, then its formation bluish green color is appeared. Example, copper oxide react with the hydrochloric acid, is bluish green color appeared. So we can see it is a metal oxide is always is basic nature. Do all acids produce ions? Only aqueous solution? Let us test this. Now we will take the test tube and pour the salt, and with adding the sulfuric acid, its formation dry HCl gas is evolving. Litmus paper, no change in the dry litmus paper, and if it is dipped in the water solution in the litmus paper, aqueous solution turns to red. Blue litmus paper turns to red. So wet of hydrochloric acid is formed, turns to change the acidic nature, and dry HCl gas is no acid. Dry HCl gas cannot turn change in the color, and the wet of the litmus paper kept in the delivery tube, then it is a HCl gas is react with the wet litmus paper. That litmus paper turns to red, so it is a acidic nature. When acid react with water, its formation is 3O plus ions and chlorine minus ions. So one H plus ions react with H2O, then its formation H3O plus ions. So it is a acidic nature. So dangerous solution in acidic nature. If water is added with strong acid, then it is splashing out and burn the paper and test tubes. So don't add the water mixed with the strong acid. Only for acid react with slowly in water. So it is a exothermic reaction. Acid react with the uses of the fertilizer bag and paints and dyes, and it is also so many uses. Nitric acid is also it used the polythene bag and TNT purpose, and oils and drops is also. Hydrochloric acid is used in a glowing the steel pipe, and remaining all is also. HCl is used to textiles and leather preparation, food laboratory is also it is using. Excessive amount of if you are eating, then it is a painful in your stomach, because of it is HCl is formed in more in the stomach. So due to the effect, irritation is formed. That's why you will use the milk of magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide, if it is used, then it is a acidity is a controlling, because of acid react with the base, its formation neutral. Also you can say it is a neutralization reaction. So antacid tablet or magnesium tablet solution liquid, if you are using, it is controlling the pain, it is stomach pain is controlling, because due to the neutralization formation in the stomach. So pH value, it's a below 7 it is a acidic nature, above 7 is a basic nature, exactly 7 is there means it is a neutralization reaction. So it is, we can identify strong acid means 0, and strong base means it is 14, neutral means 7. So it is both on paper there. Sodium hydroxide react with water, its formation split in sodium plus ion and OH minus ions. So ions is formed in the water solution, Na plus and OH minus. Properties of acid and bases. Acid sour taste, and it is a acidic nature. It is a blue litmus paper turns to red, so it is a acid. Bases, it is a bit sour, bitter in taste, it is a slippy, and tongue is a tasteless, it is a sodium hydrocarbons, sodium carbonate, and bitter to taste. Red litmus paper turns to blue. So it is a basic nature. Example, take a basic solution and red litmus paper dipped in the solution, it is turns to blue. So it is a basic nature. Sodium hydroxide solution, take a beaker in the solution, few drops of methyl orange poured, color will be appeared yellow color. Take a beaker, pour some amount of sodium hydroxide in the beaker and drop phenolphthalein solution, it is turns to pink color. Now if we touch the sodium hydroxide, it's a bitter in, it's a slippery taste, slippering, so we can identify, and soapy type, so it is a basic nature, slippery. Acid or bases is a good conductor of electricity, and if a strong acid or strong base, bulb is glowing a very highly brightness. Weak acid or weak base, brightness is lower. If it is alcohol, and if you take the alcohol and glucose, then bulb cannot glow, so it is a not a acidic nature and basic nature. Ions is not present in the solutions. If it is have the more ions, bulb can glow high brightness. If you pour in hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid in the beaker, bulb glowing in very high brightness. And you can say, suppose example, if you take the beaker and pour in a stick acid, then bulb switch is on, then what will happen? It is a bulb can glow lower brightness. So it is a weak base, weak acidic nature. Similarly, if you take the sulfuric acid in the beaker and as shown in the figure, bulb switch is on, then it is a strong, bulb is glowing very high brightness. So you can say it is a strong acid. And if it is a take the test tube and pour the some amount of copper sulfate solution in the beaker, add water and apply heat gently in the test tube by using the forceps tongue, then it is appear in the bluish color will be disappear, white color is formed, and after pour some amount of water it will appear and bluish color reappearing. So it is a crystallization process. So acid, it is a tends to red litmus paper turns to no change in the red is same only. Blue litmus paper is changed to red. Phenolphthalein solution no change, and methyl orange color is appear red. Similarly, if you take the sodium hydroxide, red litmus paper turns to blue, and blue litmus paper same blue only. It is a phenolphthalein is pink color appeared, and methyl orange is yellow color is appeared. Now you will take the as shown in the figure, arrange all apparatus, and sodium hydroxide react with zinc, sodium zincate is formed plus hydrogen gas evolving. And how we can decide means, take the burning matchstick and kept nearest the soapy water, it a pop sound is formed, so you can decide is hydrogen gas. Base react with the sodium metal oxide and salt, water is formed. Base react with non-metal oxide, its formation salt and water. Now arrange all apparatus in the as shown the figure, and pour in calcium hydroxide in the delivery tube and react with carbon dioxide, its formation calcium carbonate with react plus water. Milky white color is appeared, so it is a carbon dioxide is evolving. Properties of bases in all rayon using the work of radiate and antacids. Metal carbonate react with water and purpose soap making, sodium bicarbonate, washing powder and cloth, calcium hydroxide using the bleaching powder, and magnesium hydroxide uses in the stomach pain, acidity, antacid tablet making, magnesium hydroxide MgOH2 antacid tablet. Ammonium hydroxide, it is uses ammonium phosphate purpose or ammonium sulfate purpose it is using. You take the excessive amount of you are eating, then its formation, stomach pain, irritation, and not well in your health. So use the stomach pain mean nothing but use the antacid tablet, antacid jelly, and if you are using, then it's already stomach is present in the acidic, it is a base react with the acid is neutralized form, so relieve your stomach and get in controlling the irritation and your stomach is very. Take substance some solution, mix with water, its formation metal ion, metal oxide beside water, and pour with some amount of sodium hydroxide, and sodium carbonate is used in the cooling glasses purpose. Sodium bicarbonate, if you are apply heat, sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water is formed. Sodium carbonate react with 10H2O, then its formation sodium carbonate. So this sodium carbonate will be the cooling glass purpose as well as washing purpose, soap, and use the chemical and paper industries. Distilled water purpose, water purification purpose is also using the bleaching powder, and borax powder is also used. Uses of baking powder. Bleaching powder is used to make manufacturing aluminum and paper industries, and pipes, water purification purpose plants is using. And clinical purpose using the basic nature, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide if we are add in the sink, it will be cleaned. Sodium hydroxide pellets react with the all in the tube. It will be changed. Sodium hydroxide phenolphthalein solution color is completely black color. pH value is 14. Universal indicator power of hydrogen. Photon means German word power. Now you will take the hydrochloric acid solution, mix with water. Cathode ions, anode ions splitting. At a cathode is present hydrogen ions plus, and anode is chlorine minus ions is formed, splitting to two ions. So electrical wire connected, then bulb is glowing. Cathode is deposited hydrogen ions. Salt water is mixed and electricity applied, then electrolysis process splitting in hydrogen gas one cylinder. That is purpose is used. Anode side is a permanent chlorine, and that is using the in the construction of buildings purpose, and it is used the protein purpose. And chlorine gas carbon textile chloride is also using. What are the other uses of the sodium carbonate? Sodium hydroxide is used in soap, rayon purpose, nylon dyes is purpose they are using. Salt, irritate is formed in the soap. Irritation is formed in the ocean. And clean because of hydrogen ash, hydrated salt is presented, and shiny sand is also appear in the shiny color because of salt is present in the crystal H2O formed. Here is also copper oxide, copper sulfate with react with the water, 5H2O, CuSO4, 5H2O are present. Blue is green color is pure, blue color is pure. Take some amount of the test tube in a copper sulfate in the test tube. Apply heat applied in gently in the test tube. Appear in white color. Water droplets is present in the side of the test tube. Now if we add the water again, reappear bluish color is appeared. So it is a change in color. Crystallization process. So different solution crystals are formed and different colors are presented. Gypsum is react with water, its formation plaster of Paris. So plaster of Paris is used breaking the hand broken bones attached purpose is using. Gypsum formula CaSO4 to H2O. Apply heat, CaSO4 of H2O formed, and 1.5 water is evaporated. Copper sulfate react with water, its formation calcium sulfate of H2O. So that is what we call the plaster of Paris, applied in the patch of the bone. Then it is a strong. So uses of the plaster of Paris: bandage purpose, waterproofing purpose, material, and acidic nature is agent purpose, and making toys and decoration articles. for applying wall painter, and you will apply this type of question answer